Hi, my name is Maya, and we are going to be talking today about how Nintendo President wants more DLC for existing big titles, which is great. Alright, so, there is an article. We have a fake name, Mr. Joe Strebels, saying, for those wishing for more Super Mario Odyssey Kingdoms or Zelda story content, there might be a glimmer of hope, as Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa has said that he wants to see more DLC for existing major titles on Nintendo consoles. At Nintendo's latest earnings meeting, as reported by Bloomberg's Yuji Nakamura, Furukawa said, "We need continuous growth. We must keep releasing new software that includes DLC and other contents for big titles that are already out."
Yeah.
Which is great.
There's more to the quote that they don't have here, where the president says that they want to put even more of a focus on online games.
Yes. So like online multiplayer and like DLC and stuff, which you
kinda
made a video about.
Yeah, because I was like, this goes along with what Aonuma said when Aonuma was like, hey, we want to take what we learned from Triforce Heroes and put it in with Breath of the Wild. And I'm like, well, that means multiplayer, next Zelda game's multiplayer, right?
Yes,
like
but I think that they would, again, have to handle that very, very carefully, you know? It's one of those
things. Give us Triforce Heroes 2. You're muted, Bob.
By the way, I thought I was unmuting myself, but I was muting myself. News Race Cars in the chat says, Ilya, are you okay?
Are you okay,
Someone
Ilya?
else said I need to stop picking fights.
You should see the other guy.
That's what I said when I got my concussion. I was like, you should see the other guy. My friend was like, the wall. The wall. Like,
yeah, you should see it. The blood splatter was
the impression of my cheekbone on it.
Yeah, so this basically, he says that they want DLC, or he wants DLC for already released big games. What are the 3 biggest games that Nintendo's released so far, Daniel? I mean, Bob. Do you know the 3 biggest games Nintendo has released?
A Zoldor.
Yes.
A Mario.
Yes.
Probably another Mario.
Mario Kart. Yeah. So
that one.
Mario Odyssey.
Mario, but in cars.
Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart, and Breath of the Wild are the 3 biggest games that they've released. And in my video, I made the point to where Aonuma did say that he's done with Breath of the Wild. He wrote it in the book.
He's done with Breath.
Yeah. He's done with Breath of the Wild. Yeah. He's moved on to the next Zelda game, which is, from everything we've learned, is most likely a multiplayer game. But with that, so the way most companies like Call of Duty and all of these other places, whenever they release a big game, they'll release the main game. They might work on 1 DLC set for it, but then they have a third team, like a third-party team, that works on more DLC packs. Even Street Fighter V did that, where a lot of people complained because Street Fighter, like Capcom made Street Fighter 5, and then they hired a third-party team or whatever to work, or like a secondary team to work on the DLC, and the DLC characters came out and the artwork for the characters looked like complete crap compared to the ones that Capcom made. So Capcom had to go back and like redo some of the artwork and stuff, and like they had to put out like an edited version or something like that. And I think that's what Nintendo would do, to where Aonuma and his main team would move on from Breath of the Wild to whatever they're working on. But if the president's like, hey, we're gonna make DLC for big titles that's already released, obviously we haven't gotten the big Mario Odyssey DLC pack yet.
Yeah.
We haven't got Mario Odyssey's Champion Ballad.
To fight a monk in that one too.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Well, it's a monkey, actually.
Yeah, that would be great. Fight Donkey Kong, have him come back.
Yeah.
That'd be excellent.
That's what they did for the DLC for Mario
Rabbids.
Yeah, they had you play as Donkey Kong.
I actually really love that DLC.
Yeah.
It's really it's more like a really small sequel, but no, it's really good.
Yeah. So with this, what do you guys think? Because we're going to talk about the 2 things. The one quote here about the DLC for past games. Do you think Nintendo could go back and put DLC to it, because again, like Aonuma could say all day, I don't want to do this, but if the president's saying, hey, you have to do this, then he has to do this. Just like with Zelda Wii U, one of the things that he first said about it is like he doesn't want it to be like a single player experience, and it turns out the entire game is single player. So obviously someone like over him at Nintendo was like, hey, I know you want to make a multiplayer Zelda game, but we're already taking so many risks with this game. There's no traditional dungeons. The bombs are like this. You have the Sheikah Slate. All this stuff's in there. It's open world. You start on this weird thing, and then you go out and do stuff. We have voice acting. So, like, it already took so many different risks. Maybe they were like, you know, the multiplayer aspect was, like, one too far that they didn't want to take that risk. So, the higher-ups at Nintendo, Miyamoto, whoever was like, hey, I know you want to make a multiplayer Zelda game, but how about we just do this instead? And then Aonuma, once again, like Aonuma said in interviews that he wants so bad to make a game that isn't Zelda. Like he said in many interviews that he wants to make like a different thing, because before he worked on Ocarina of Time, he worked on, I forgot what it was, but it was another game that wasn't Zelda, and they were like, hey, you did a good job. Come work on Zelda. And I'm rambling. Okay, guys, DLC.
But meanwhile, in the Nintendo boardroom, he's like, can I make something else, please? Like, no, you are Nintendo man. You are Zelda guy. You Zelda now.
Yeah. It's
Go
like
back to the Zelda room.
Yeah, but it's like with Miyamoto.
Go back to your dungeon.
Like, Miyamoto went from like Mario, Donkey Kong, Zelda, Star Fox, Metroid, like all of these different things. And then he's like, Nintendo. I want to make a game where you could. It's like
I want to make a game where you are a giant robot.
No. So he's like, so in Ocarina of Time, you could pick up a dog. What if we made a game all about picking up and petting dogs?
Yet you can't do that in Breath of the Wild.
You can pet the dog.
Not in Breath of the Wild.
No, you can feed him.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
You can like pet the horses while you're riding them.
That's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
But in Twilight Princess, you can pet up. You can pick the dog up. You can hold him.
And you can
like this.
And then in Skyward Sword, you can throw it off.
Step up from Ocarina of Time, where you just held the dog like this, and it's
it's
I
great.
don't know, I think that's
Just
realistic.
pick up the dog and you're like, run around with it.
Ever notice what short arms Link has? Like Child Link.
Oh,
He puts his arms all the way up,
Yeah,
but
your
they end right
arms.
here.
Your elbow's supposed to go to like the top of your head.
It's like-
Oh, yeah.
His arms are like the arm version of my legs, because
I
like
think-
whenever I drive a car,
Maybe-
the
is he
next
holding
person
them like
can't get
this?
in the car because I'm like under the steering wheel, so I can drive.
Is he
Okay,
holding
so I
the
think
dog
that's
like
why.
this?
That must be it. Jesse's got the right posture. I think that's why in like Twilight Princess, since Link had like more normal proportions, and he picks something up, he holds it more like this,
Otherwise, it would just be.
or as opposed to like straight up and down, because it'd be like this weird. And then in like Breath of the Wild, they fixed it. Or he holds it just like with his arms are kind of bent, because it just would look. His pencil arms are. That's too weird.
Are you okay,
Speaking
Ilya?
of fluffy things, some dude named Joseph asked if I. Wow, it went away. Oh.
What?
No.
This chat is just going faster than I can keep up, honestly.
Oh yeah, because he said something.
Well, they asked if I had just gotten in a fight with my teddy bear, which I'm offended. I would never hit Pink Teddy Bear, referring to the one that's usually on my bed.
Maybe you were in a fight with him, but you guys were on the same side
She.
against someone else.
I don't know how to
I
take
would
that.
never fight Pink Teddy Bear. Pink Teddy Bear is my best
No,
friend.
Pink Teddy Bear is on your side in the fight.
known her
Balanek
since I was
historian.
4.
Seems legit.
What?
It's good. But there's a fight. It's like 4 people in the fight. So it's you and Pink Teddy Bear versus 2 other guys. Technically, you're fighting with, but not against.
I would not allow her to fight.
And you must protect
As
her.
Maya's kissing her spider.
You have to let
My
Spider-Man
teddy
win.
bear.
This is like
at those
some
abs.
weird fan fiction with like Robin is so a female and is kissing Spider-Man.
Actually, at first I thought the person had written that I got in the fight with Teddy Bear. And I was like,
Oh.
I was
No.
like, do you have any idea? First of all, Tevi would never hit me. I don't imagine him hitting anyone. He
Tevi's
literally
your
is
biggest
a bear.
fan.
He's a great guy.
Second, he would have probably an angry mob on him if he beat me up.
There's so many people that love Ilya.
They're just concerned because of the makeup.
Like there's Tony, there's Daniel, there's Tony.
What?
Oh. Oops.
Yeah.
Someone said Miyamoto needs to die before he retires.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say earlier, and that's like I don't
Why
want him
do
to
you
ever
want to-
retire, but at the same time, I don't want him to die either. He should be immortalized. Like if he does, they'll do the same thing that they did for Iwata in Breath of the Wild, where like they modeled a character after him, like made named a mountain and the
Lord of the it's
Satora.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
Satora Mountain.
yeah.
That one.
Go to the
So there'll
mountain.
be like Miyamoto Mountain or Mia Mountain or something like that.
Mia Mountain.
Mia Mountain.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So yeah, if they did
Moto
go
Valley.
back, if they did go back and put DLC, I think like the Breath of the Wild team, I think they're full on with the next Zelda game. I think they would get like Grezzo worked on Ocarina of Time, 3D Majora's Mask 3D, Triforce Heroes. They've worked on like 3D Zelda games. They've worked on 2D Zelda games. They've worked on like a lot of Zelda games. So I don't think there's anyone more perfect to get to make DLC for Breath of the Wild. Yeah, that game. Then like
Daniel, I don't
Grezzo.
know if you noticed, you have a little bit of something on your face. Just a little
Oh,
bit.
do I?
No,
What?
I said Daniel. It's not
No.
all about you, Jesse.
I'm just concerned
Even though it's
because
his channel.
Yeah.
his dog 1337 in the chat said, "Daniel, look behind you," and I'm worried. What? Wait.
I was wondering too. I was like, what's behind Daniel?
They're messing with you.
And I also,
Also-
agree
Or
that Breath
that
of the Wild is
earlier-
not going to get
Fallout mask.
So really funny. We were
It's
talking
definitely
about
not getting
Joey
more
from
DLC.
Commonwealth Realm
You
earlier.
don't think so?
I don't
Is
think
that
so.
Bob
They
Ross?
said they were
No,
done.
it's Joey.
That's Bob
Yeah, but
Ross.
he's doing Bob Ross stuff.
That is Bob
Look at all
Ross.
those happy little trees.
And then his girlfriend's
That's
a
not real.
painting.
That
No,
is
that's really
hilarious.
Bob. That's not Joey. That's not a costume. That's really
that's
Bob
Bob
Ross.
Bob Ross is dead.
Whoa! Spoilers!
He's back. Spoilers.
Wait, that made me think of one of my favorite lines from Men in Black. No, Elvis is dead. No, he's not. He just went home.
Dang.
He's an alien.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dang. Yeah,
Oh,
now
yeah.
he says, "Made you look, Daniel. I hope you feel satisfied. You
All
let the trolls win."
Ah!
Jesse, look behind you.
Yeah.
It's Link and Goku and Link.
Whoa.
The perfect team.
It really is. I mean,
All right, so yeah, if there was, you don't think there's going to be DLC, Ilya? Like
I don't
Aonuma
think
did.
so, because they were
Aonuma
pretty sure that,
did
like-
say it was done, but let me remind you,
I know.
Miyamoto said there's only going to be one 3DS.
True.
Miyamoto
five.
said that they're going to support the Wii U alongside the Nintendo Switch. What did they do?
Miyamoto said he is Bowser Jr.'s biological mother.
oh,
Miyamoto said
He said
the
that.
Nintendo DS family would not replace the Game Boy family.
But I also think it's done just because I can't imagine what else you would add to it at this point. I mean, yeah, we all want to see
It
Hyrule
literally
Castle
ends
in
with a
its
cliffhanger,
glory
though.
and everything. But
Zelda's like, "Hi, Varuta is messing up. Let's go check it out." Game ends. They could just, hey.
I think that's going on to the next game, though. I don't think that that's DLC.
yeah, if
I-
anything, it's the next game.
I thought that was originally going to be the DLC, but then as soon as it wasn't, I was like, they're saving that for the next game.
Okay, what about this? Give us a way to have full stamina and full hearts.
So
Oh,
eight,
Yeah,
eight
seriously,
more shrines.
that bothers the freaking heck out of me. I went with
Yeah.
full stamina over hearts, but
Oh, I'm a full hearts kind of guy.
No.
Because I just no, because
I need the
I feel
stamina.
I'm too much of a completionist, and if I'm finishing a Zelda game and I don't have 2 complete rows of hearts, I feel like that's gonna
No.
bother me
So
too
Gus-
much.
That's when you just use the temporary hearts and you just never get hit by
No.
anything.
yeah,
Gus-
I always
I-
find more stuff for the extra hearts than I do for extra stamina.
Mhm.
So I always
Right.
end up making extra heart food.
So Gus in the chat says, I need to get a Ridley amiibo. Have the DLC. You tap the Ridley amiibo, and Ridley just comes in Breath of the Wild.
No, please, no,
like,
don't do that.
Like in Ocarina of Time, it had the R-Wing.
No.
My mom was super sad because the first few amiibos I had were like $2 ones I found like at Walmart just because I was like, well, I guess because I can, and they were all Animal Crossing. And she was like, wait, you can use any of these toys? She calls them toys. On the Breath of the Wild, and it gives you stuff. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, well, the Zelda ones give you specific stuff, but these other ones just give you whatever. She thought they came into the game with you, so she wanted to see like Tom Nook in Breath of the Wild. And I was like, no.
That reminds me, there was this years ago when I was on the Zelda Informer team, before Zelda Informer became a subsidiary of Zelda Dungeon.
Before Mossy's bought and canceled Zelda Informer.
Before website canceled. Sorry, guys.
Spoilers.
For a merger, really. Spoilers, yeah. But then we were talking about like what we knew what Wolf Link Amiibo would do in Breath of the Wild, but that was it. Because they'd shown that extensively at E3, and they were like, what are the other amiibos gonna do? And I was like, it'd be so cool if Champion amiibos, you had the Champion as a companion. And I was like, you get every Link amiibo, and then you just have a squad of like 6 different versions of Link, including 8-bit Link, Skyward Sword Link, Twilight Princess Link, child and adult Link from Ocarina of Time.
Let's go.
And it's like, all right, everyone, let's go. Now we're gonna go fight Ganon.
Dude.
What if you had Twilight or Smash Ganondorf with you?
Oh my god, he's just like, I don't really know why I'm here.
I don't really. As he Forrest Gumps alongside you, just
you bring him along with you, and you're like, oh, there's like an Inception thing happening here, but then he ends up being part of the boss battle.
Hey Maya.
Whoa.
Are you okay?
Me?
I mean, I said Maya, Ilya.
Oh
sorry.
my, you said the wrong person.
Yeah. If only that was the first time.
They're not interchangeable, Jesse.
You've known me longer.
A lot longer.
But you've known both of us a decent amount that you shouldn't be making that.
Okay.
No, it's okay. Whatever, Daniel. I mean, Jesse, sorry.
I'm just saying, like, Cairo Arena in the chat says hashtag squad goal. I hope you're referring to my squad of 6 different versions of Link and not us, because Jesse doesn't even know our names.
Be quiet, Bob.
We are not squad
2 a.m.
goals.
where we are.
Yeah, okay.
Fair.
So finish this up, okay? Everyone, go. Ilya, you don't want DLC. You don't think they're gonna do it.
No, I just
you
don't
hate
think it'll
Breath
happen.
of the Wild. You just want it done. You're happy that Why are you here?
Yeah, that's not why I have a shield or anything.
No.
That's to block off all the Zelda dorks that come.
Kara says Ilya 2.0 confirmed.
Right.
Ilya what?
Ilya 2.0 confirmed, which we actually talked about the first podcast that I did.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
funny.
so Ilya, what DLC do you think? Because, yes, again, Aonuma said he was done, but if the president's like, hey, we're going to go back and make DLC for all these games that did really
Zelda,
well.
Man. Go back to Zelda Room, Zelda man.
This is a very recently released game, and it probably doesn't even count, but I would want DLC for Mario Party. More boards.
Yeah. I agree.
Online multiplayer with boards.
Yeah.
Online freaking multiplayer.
Online, and then I'll actually buy it.
That's the only reason. Actually, there are 2 reasons why I no. Yeah, 3 reasons why I don't have Mario Party 10. 1, I need to get another set of Joy-Cons. 2, that costs money. And that applies to the game and the Joy-Cons. 3, there's no online multiplayer. I can't play with you guys online.
That's the big thing for me too. Is like I have not bought Super Mario Party because I'm like,
Where's the
is
online?
it gonna be why not online?
Yeah.
Is it just gonna be me and my 6-year-old playing Mario Party every day?
Which,
Is that gonna be my life now,
if I get the
Nintendo?
Joy-Cons, my mom, stepdad, brother, and I will all play it. But I want to be able to be like, yo, Daniel, Kayla, Maya, Jesse, you guys all. So we couldn't do that. But anyway, like, let's do it.
But
We can always dream.
Miss Click joins in, says, what happened to Ilya? Who do I need to beat up?
She said the same exact thing as Kayla.
Aww.
Oh my gosh.
She is a featherweight champion. Are you talking about me?
Yeah. They're definitely talking.
I don't think you understand how much of a kick-ass I can be.
You said a bad word.
Sorry.
Them's fighting words.
Ilya said a bad word. What's going on?
Now we have to beat her up again. Jeez.
That's gonna ruin our ratings. Podcast canceled.
we have 33 people watching at 2 a.m. So.
Oh.
Maybe they're on the Pacific Coast, though.
All right.
There
So
you go.
Ilya, did you
11
did you
here.
ever say what your DLC you would want?
She just said more.
Yeah,
Mario Party.
Boards, more online.
So you think
functionality.
he's talking about the Mario parties?
I
And
don't,
Mario.
but that's what I want.
All right, Bob. What do you think?
Yo.
The
Demonetized
DLC.
channel gets deleted.
Do you think from the president's words that DLC is a possibility for Breath of the Wild, or do you think he just means like the obvious, like Super Mario Odyssey? Everyone probably already thought that's going to get a big set of DLC. I've always hoped for like Luigi multiplayer, to where like instead of just finding his balloons, you can like play as Luigi and join along.
Plus the Cappy Mario split up multiplayer 2-player mode in Mario Odyssey is terrible. And
I
if
get the
it was
point.
just Luigi or Peach with what's her name, Tiara? She already has like a Cappy like character with her.
Yeah,
Right?
and there was the other part of his quote that goes along with that, Daniel, is that he wants a big focus on online going forward.
There we go. Just don't make it Mario and then like also Mario. 'Cause that's
It's-
for me.
It's green Mario, like in Luigi's Mansion. It's just green Mario.
I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with that as long as
Or
they
Green
release
Luigi.
other DLC for other things too. And they could be talking about, you know, I mean, they mostly are saying like pre-existing games, but I really hope that that idea of wanting to bring more DLC to games just continues on in the future. Just with,
Yeah.
you know, because for example, I know when Animal Crossing comes out next year, I'm going to play so much of it, and I never wanted to be done with New Leaf. And I was so upset when like there was nothing more to do. So it's like I really hope that they continue that idea of wanting to add more and more to a game, you know? Even older games, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that either.
And that's the thing is like people complain about, you know, DLC and everything, but for me it's just like I just want more game.
More games.
Nintendo is giving me more game. I will take it. Like,
Daniel
Yeah.
needs all the game he can get. So.
I need. Sorry, what I meant is.
Oh yeah, so
Burn.
Seahawk in the chat says he has to be up in like 6 hours. I don't know if he means for work or for the Nintendo Direct, but tomorrow, anyone is free to join me, but I'm going to be doing a stream along thing with the Nintendo Direct. So
Cool.
This
Stream
time
it
I'm
on,
gonna
like a
watch.
sequel.
They stream it on. Is there like a Twitch they stream it on? Too?
Yeah. Twitch,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
YouTube,
do that this time because
everything.
last time I was spoiled for Animal Crossing because I was watching on YouTube at the same time people were watching on Twitch.
Oh,
I hear Isabel and Smash, Isabel and Smash. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And I'm like waiting for it to happen.
Yosa.
I'm gonna watch the Twitch this time.
Yeah. All right.
It's
so
quicker.
Is that everyone? Did you go, Maya?
no.
What game do you think? What game would you like him to include?
What do you want,
DLC
Maya?
to?
What do you want?
What do you want?
Maya!
Okay, listen. You're stressing me out, and I really don't appreciate it.
Maya!
Listen, okay, I swear. Hey, listen. Yeah. It's kind of silly, but did you guys ever play that game Snipper Clips?
Yes!
I love Snipper
They had
Clips.
DLC for that.
Did they? They already added DLC.
Yeah,
for
it was like snipper
They did.
clips cut together or
Let's cut it out together or
Yeah.
something like that.
Put it out
Yeah.
together. Oh, well, that's neat. That blows everything out of the water.
but
I
they
mean, I need
could
to go
add
play
more
the-
DLC.
Yeah, I mean that would be great. I mean, I am really psyched. I am really psyched about the Mario Odyssey DLC because I hadn't played a Mario game since Mario 64. And yeah, so it had been a while. So playing it again, or playing Mario just in general, and then Odyssey, I actually really loved. And me and my boyfriend actually played it together, where I was like, we switched off between being the Hat and being Mario, and being Mario in the Hat. And so I would really like to see. I don't know if this counts because like we know that DLC is coming for the game, right? Hasn't that been confirmed?
For what?
For Mario Odyssey.
I don't know. Everyone expected every big game Nintendo's released, like or not Fire Emblem, Xenoblade got a lot of DLC.
Fire Emblem on the 3DS got DLC though. That's the thing.
Breath of the Wild had DLC. Pokken Tournament, which was already a complete deluxe edition with DLC included, got even more DLC. So everyone assumed that Mario was going to get the same type of DLC, which it has gotten DLC, but not that type. I'm not tucking everyone in.
Tuck them in. Tuck them in, Jesse.
No. Misclick. Just tick dog. Go away. You're not getting...
Dang.
I tucked my daughter in.
Tuck them in, Jesse.
There you go.
No. My arms aren't that long. Alright.
Tuck them.
So,
but I would like to see, yeah, I would like to see Mario Odyssey DLC. I was hoping that maybe there would be a different thing to play as too, other than just the hat. But I don't know how likely that is. But you never know.
Because it's bad.
What's bad?
Playing Cappy, like 2-player that way in Odyssey. What? It's so bad.
I enjoyed it. I really
do not.
It.
Because Cappy in Odyssey is like an extension of Mario's abilities. Right. So you're basically taking a 1-player experience, like you're like taking your controls and splitting it in half. It's like, okay, now it's not good.
I had a lot of fun with it. Maybe that's because I was really bad at using Cappy, and so when David was playing, he could just do everything for me, and I just kind of sat there like, all right, I don't even have to do anything.
Did you do the nunchuck part?
What do you mean?
Nunchuck? This is not a Wii game. This is not a Wii game.
Wow.
This is a Switch game.
Did you use the nunchuck?
I used the nunchucks. I also used the original NES controller as well, but you know, there was a little bit of lag between.
Actually, I really want those. The NES controller Joy-Con.
Oh yeah.
I want them so bad. And there's that picture going around where someone has like the 2 of them on the Switch. And I'm just like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And I want it so bad.
It looks like Link and Mario's ears when they're like the 8-bit versions.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that?
Hey!
Hi, it's Miss Clickety.
Ooh, this. You have to go put on a costume. It's Halloween.
Yeah.
She's Miss Clickety.
Technically our time, it's now All Saints Day, but...
Shh.
Give me 1 second.
It's still Halloween for me.
Oh, and you're quiet.
I'll turn her up.
You might have to change my mic. I have a new mic.
Oh.
Give me 2 seconds.
That's
I'll get
good.
the perfect costume.
All right.
Good.
I wonder if she's gonna put the banana
My
on.
mustache is really not working. I might change to my backup costume.
Wait, it's not. How do I go full screen now?
What's your backup costume?
It's a secret.
Oh.
My eyes are starting to...
It's Emperor Cusco, actually.
What? Please tell me it's you as a llama, though, and not...
No, not as a llama. I couldn't pull that off. I do, actually, what it is every year...
underrated
I'm an actor in a murder mystery that I do annually. It's like a youth group murder mystery. So I do that every October.
Talking about this.
Yeah, so I did that this year. Hey, that's amazing. You're my horse, Charles, in Breath of the Wild.
Oh my gosh.
So if you turn Miss Click up to 200% on your Discord, you can hear her.
Is this good?
Oh, it's great.
That's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween, everyone. Oh, man.
Oh my gosh. This is perfect.
But yes, it was Disney themed this year.
Can you just stop horsing around?
Oh my gosh.
Winner.
Have I filled my obligation?
Yeah, I think you're good.
You can take the horse hat off.
No, become one with the horse.
Okay. As long as you can understand me.
Never take it off. Never take it off.
I don't know what happened to the banana suit. I think it got lost at TwitchCon.
Really?
Oh,
I will find it.
How was TwitchCon, by the way?
It was amazing.
Did you meet up with
Yeah.
any
Did you
cool
go
people?
like that?
It was really fun. Yeah, we got a little rambunctious. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit.
Is your voice okay?
I'm great.
It's a bit hoarse.
Oh.
Oh my god. I haven't even done this for my stream, so you're welcome, chat.
That's my first time talking to Misclick. I just want to say, hey, but you know, it didn't really work out, you know, that much.
Oh.
Alright, I'm done with the puns, I'm sorry.
It makes it better because when you
how do you
move
feel
your
about
head,
the
the
puns?
nose.
Yay or nay?
Oh my god.
We're killing Daniel.
He was slain.
He can't breathe. Breathe, Bob.
Trying to like read out of the
Breathe.
nostrils.
Yeah, he's gone.
He left the mustache off his face.
What's up, dude? Oh yeah, Ilya got the bruise because I kicked her by accident. She snuck up on the right side instead of the left side.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Those horses
I
are
didn't know that.
typically mounted from the left side. Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
What if you're
Oh.
left-handed? I'm just kidding.
What if you're left?
I'm technically left-handed, but right-footed.
Are you?
It was because of dance. We were always trained, and we learned everything to the right first. So waist down, my right leg is dominant and
Oh,
stronger.
there you go.
Mm.
Can you see better this way? Is this
Yeah, I
good?
actually can. Just gotta reach in here.
Oh god.
my god.
Oh god. Oh god. Woo.
Oh. Okay.
Alright.
That was good.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm hurting.
No.
My sides are
Yeah,
hurting.
Oh. Alright. So mailbag, huh? I delivered it fresh from the Pony Express.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, okay, seriously, with the
Passed through my head.
with the
I'm
Pony
sorry.
Express, if you guys know who Zelda Master is, Luke,
Yeah,
he had a Zelda mailbag type thing that he called the Epona Express.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Aw.
So did we have to use an amiibo to get Misclick in here with that horse head, or?
Yeah.
That's kind of
Either that or a Red Dead
knowing that other
Redemption.
people have mailbags. It's almost like they're gonna be an opponent of ours.
Oh!
It's 2 a.m. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, that's the beginning of a song that I was listening.
My husband's gonna walk in and he's gonna be like, what are you doing?
you just have to do the slow turn. He's gonna walk.
Married.
What side did you start singing to?
We gotta do the slow turn, you know, or the very sudden turn, just the. Yeah.
No, the great
Snout,
thing
like,
when you
smacks itself.
turn your head too fast, the mouth.
I feel like you need. Okay, this is because
But
it's
you don't
2
have the
a.m. and I
headphones
have
on
two
your
older
ears.
brothers. Okay, this is where
Yeah.
the thought process is coming in. 2 a.m. 2 older brothers. I feel like you can have like some sort of balloon full of like green slime at like the base of the horse mask,
Yep.
and then like you come out, and then
Oh jeez.
That's
my
confusing.
friend
I have
made
seen
that
this all.
sound in our. It wasn't
my
very
goodness.
secret.
Jacob just came into the chat and says, "What did I just come back to?"
Oh, hey, J-Link, what's up, dude?
Miss Click is a horse.
Yeah.
It's our
I like
Halloween
this.
costume.
There's a
that's
dark
weird.
energy in that mouse.
I am the darkest they come. I'm also a tan goddess,
my-
don't let anybody tell you different.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I didn't have
Constantly
a.
looks like you're picking your nose because you keep pulling at the horse mask.
Digging for gold.
Yeah. See, Miss Click, everyone else had a costume, so before we started, I put on a Harry Potter scarf with a link cat,
Oh,
and you grabbed a horse mask. I am Harry Lunker.
Lonker.
Yeah, Harry Lunker.
From Pennsylvania.
Why Pennsylvania?
Have you not seen that meme? Long from Pennsylvania?
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I mentioned it earlier. That was my costume, and everyone was like 3 years ago for Halloween no one got it. They're like Peter Pan. And I'm like,
you could pull off a pretty good Peter Pan, though. Is all I'm saying.
Sure, but I mean, everyone was like, oh hey, and I would be like.
Wait, how tall is he? No, 5'10". That's not like super tall, right? Like for Peter Pan. Is Peter Pan short?
That's tall. Peter Pan is a child.
I'm just wondering.
He's like a teenager. I don't know.
He's like preteen, like at most.
He's like 12.
I'm just wondering how Miss Click can hear us because, like, the headphones are below her eyeballs and her ears are up here.
Yeah, her ears are way up top there.
It's like that picture of Arthur, the cartoon listening stuff, and it's on the side of his head. It's like
no, pretty good.
It's just.
I wonder if I can like.
The sound is just beaming directly into his brain. That's how.
All right, are we ready to start the mailbag?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there. She fixed it.
That worked.
There we go. Perfect.
Can she still hear us?
Say something mean.
But hey, Miss Click, blink if you can hear us.
No, you can't.
Yes, she can't. Sorry.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. It's
right.
over.
Oh.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to.
I took it off. I cannot breathe.
Okay.
Holy cow!
Oh, there's a person under there.
The horse decapitation.
Off to the glue factory, I suppose.
This is the prequel to The Godfather.
I didn't know where that last, to be honest. Morning, guys.
All right. Is your face covered in
the
sweat?
horseless head woman.
Hey!
Makes sense. I'm sorry.
It's alright. You got hit in the head a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, I know.
All right. Bob, you good?
Yes.
All right. Robin, you good?
What?
Robin?
No.
No? Okay.
Robin?
Sorry, I totally forgot you. I was. I'm so sorry.
All right. Everyone's ready, though? Yeah?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's me again, Elia Rose. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. And you know what? If you're a fan of videos like this, you should totally subscribe and give this video a like. And comment below to let us know what type of videos you would like to see us create in the future. And if you would really like to support all of us here at the GameOverJesse channel, please consider purchasing a GameOverJesse t-shirt or becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can receive many rewards, such as getting shoutouts, having any topic or theory that you select discussed on the podcast or made into its own video, having your question answered, joining on as a guest on the podcast, and playing with us during our Twitch live streams at twitch.tv/GameOverJesse, and much, much more.